Welcome back to 216 The Beat, the heartbeat of the city. And you're locked in with the one and only Ms. Cream of the Crop, or as I usually say, it's Cream, aka Ms. Cream of the Crop. And today I'm going to be serving up something extra bold. And I started to give you guys little hints in my stories, but you know me, I like to give surprises too. So when I introduce my guest, you'll be surprised. And I think you're going to have a couple of laughs as well. So if you've been on social media at all in the last 3 years, then you should know my guest. And he's the king of the snitch report. We're going to get into that because I need to understand how he became a snitch. But he's the king of the snitch report. He's the undisputed heavyweight champion of trash talk and one of the most authentic voices in comedy today. He's going to be taking over the Funny Bone in Cleveland this Sunday on February 15th. And but he's stopping by to be on the throne with me on the Elite Radio Show right here on 216 The Beat. So, Cleveland, we may not be able to hear you clap right now, but we'll hear you clapping on the 15th. Cleveland, please welcome the man himself, Bubba Dub. And what's the word? What's the word?
What's up? How y'all doing?
I'm good. So, I'm trying to figure out where I want to go first. Before we get into everything, I feel like I did a really great introduction, but I want you to introduce yourself to my audience today and to our audience as if you're on stage. Like, give us a little bit of a sneak peek of how you're going to introduce yourself into Funny Bone this weekend.
It's a little different. I'm gonna be on stage and I am now. It's gonna be a whole lot different. I tell you that. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm Bubba Dub, by the way, in case you don't know who I am. Probably one of the I would say, one of the most electric comedians y'all gonna see this year. If you get them tickets to come see me Sunday night, I get my show is not just about jokes. It's experience. That's what I tell people. Like, we live in a new day and age now. And a lot of times people be drinking, eating, they don't really hear jokes, punchlines. That's why you got to combine everything. You got to be able to do everything and just make it a whole experience. Make it where you want to be. Every time I come to the city, you're going to want to come out and see me because it's going to be something different. Never going to be the same material, none of that. Just simple fun. It's the day after Valentine's Day. So the fellas, Valentine's Day is Saturday. So you take your old lady out, your girlfriend out, the one you with the most, you take her out. Sunday, you bring the side chick with you. Or if you ain't got a side chick and you're faithful as you're supposed to be, then you bring your lady with you Sunday to the show. But for the most part, if you got a side chick, she gonna want to be at that show because she wasn't with you the day before. So you got to be with her today. So yeah, come on, get some laughs going on, man.
So you're either going to be the main chick and get a 2-for-1 special. You get Valentine's Day and then a post-Valentine's Day. Or if you're the side chick, you get side chick day, which is the day after Valentine's. Okay.
Facts.
I see where you're coming from. Now, before we get into it, because basically you already talked to the ladies and let them know that their guy is bringing their side chick. So you've already started the snitch report right in the beginning of your introduction. But before we get into that, what I like to do, because I actually am really big on mental health, mental wellness, before I start my interviews, I like to ask my guests, how are you doing? How are you feeling mentally, physically, spiritually? And be honest. Don't be like, oh, I'm good. If you're not good, say, hey, pray for me.
Well, you know, I'm on the spectrum. I'm on the spectrum.
Okay.
But I'm alive. That's how I like to say. I'm alive. If I can complain, but it ain't gonna do me no good. So
yeah,
I'm here. I'm happy. I'm live. I'm breathing. I'm happy.
That's good. Well, I'm happy to hear that we're going into this interview with you being happy. I would prefer for you to be on the happy side of yourself than anything else. But if you're not feeling happy, as you said, you want to focus on the positive vibes of everything, because anything that we can complain about, that's not going to make a change. But hopefully you have people there that'll be in your corner if you are having not a good day, that they help make it better. And hopefully this interview helps make it better. So let's get into all things Bubba Dub. So I gave that introduction, and I'm pretty sure you've answered this question before, but really quickly for my audience, tell us when you discovered that you were funny. Did you discover that you were funny, or was it you getting in trouble that made you discover it was something? when you were a kid? Like, tell me when you knew you were
As
funny.
I can remember back to 5 years old, I always been entertaining older people.
Okay.
Like literally making them laugh, really making their stomach hurt from
Right.
laughing. So from 5 years old, I always remember I had the ability to make people laugh.
Okay.
And it just stuck with me, and here I am today, just sharing it with the world.
So being 5 years old and realizing that you can make adults laugh and people laugh, what did that make you feel like then? And how does that compare to you being the age that you are now and making people laugh?
Ability I'm not gonna say control people, but control people's emotions. Like laughing is an emotion, so I have the ability to turn a sad face into a smiling face, and a bad day to a good day. I knew I had the ability again to brighten somebody's day up,
Mm-hmm.
and I do that now as well. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
what comedy is about. You come into comedy's place, leaving everything on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
You come inside to my world. You in my world now. I control this now, and I'm gonna take you on a ride, a roller coaster that you gonna love. That you didn't know that you had this kind of giggles in you. You didn't know it. I'm gonna bring it out of you. We gonna have some fun. Yeah, because basically my comedy is just basically about me. I talk
Mm-hmm.
about me. I talk about my family, and I'm unapologetic about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have no regrets in my life.
So as you grew, like you said, you started when you were 5. So I'm pretty sure the comedy that the jokes you were telling at 5 are totally different than the jokes you are now as a man. So as you were growing through your comedic era, what are some things that you talked about when you were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Because you couldn't talk
Long
about having baby mamas.
That's a long time ago. But as a kid, I guess talk about kid things. We call it joining. We call
Yeah,
it ranking on one another and
yeah.
stuff like that. As a kid, I'm talking to older people who used to have bumps on their face. So
Oh my God.
I would call them Nestle Star Crunch face and just chocolate chip face and just
Oh
all
my
kinds
God.
of stuff. Yeah, yeah.
So
I was
you were
on
like
that.
the little boy in that video that went viral where he called the lady Big Back when she was walking by. He said, "Hey, Big
So,
Back."
so
So that was you.
I was a little bit more. I would say raunchier though.
Okay. As a kid,
Yes, yes, yes. Potty mouth, yes.
and your parents or your guardians or whomever was in charge let you get
Okay,
away with it, or did they just
yeah.
think like he's uncontrollable?
I wasn't controllable, but I only seen what they did. So how can you
Okay.
whoop me for doing something I seen you do?
Is that what you told them?
Oh, that's facts.
Okay.
Us as parents, it's like it's just different. It's just different from parents. Like we get mad at our children and tell our children don't say that, don't cuss. You cuss. You cuss in
True.
front of me.
Yeah. Your children are a reflection of you. That's why I never cursed in front of my kids.
Just
That
so.
doesn't mean they don't curse. I'm sure they do, but you know.
So we having our kids living the lie. So they cuss when we ain't around. Now they not being themselves. Now we're teaching them how to lie and
No,
be sneaky.
no, not really. I just feel like, because you know what? I feel like as parents, we lead by example. And as you stated, our kids watch everything that we do, and they are a reflection of us. So honestly, I'm not really like, unless I'm pretending to be young Jeezy, after I'm done, I'm in the car and I'm serving up people, hypothetically, I usually don't curse all like that. So I really am a reflection of who I would like my children to be because that's my real self. I'm not cursing people out and then telling my kids not to curse people out. That's just,
But that's different. You're gonna do it. But for the people who do it,
yeah. No, I understand. I get that. You're absolutely right. So we're going from you being a kid to you being an adult, and you realize at an early age that you're really, really funny. How did that work out for you in school?
not
It
good.
did.
Not good. Not good. Stayed in trouble. Stayed. I got kicked out of school twice. Just doing dumb stuff. Um, want to entertain people. Which want to make
Right.
somebody laugh. Didn't care by getting suspended. As long as somebody laughs, it's all that matters.
Yeah. I
How
can see
dumb
that.
was I? How dumb was I?
I'm pretty sure you're the person that everyone was not surprised that you became a comedian.
Correct.
Everyone remembers the funny guy at school. Everyone remembers the class clown. So I'm pretty sure once it got out there to East Texas, which is where you're from, right? that
Right.
you were Bubba Dub, the comedian, they probably were like, oh, okay, yeah, that tracks. That makes sense. That makes sense. So speaking of you being comedian as your primary job, did you have a plan A, B, C, or were you just like, I know I'm funny, I've gotten in trouble for being
I
funny, this is what
never,
I'm gonna be?
never intended on being no comedian. I was working a 9 to 5. I went and got my CDLs. I was driving for Bluebell ice cream,
Okay.
delivery driver. So I never had no dreams or admirations of being no stand up comedian. Um, but it happened.
hmm
Like
So
it just
you just were the funny guy who just was like, I'm about to get a job. You just knew you were funny.
yeah, I gotta work. I gotta eat.
I mean, I know that, but I'm
I tried to
saying,
stay adult. That wouldn't work. So that didn't work. Like I was a terrible drug dealer. That was it's
I don't
horrible.
think. Hopefully, none of the dope boys out there get mad at me for this, but I just don't correlate being super funny with selling drugs. They just
It's
don't.
not. I'm just
They
telling
don't
you.
come off as I want to joke around with you. That's I can't, and I
That-
can't see someone who wants to be served, look at how they look, coming up to you, and you being serious about serving them without jokes. That's just I can't imagine that, but I can imagine that that's probably what was happening. I
It's a
can't.
it was a terrible situation. That's all I can tell you. It was a terrible situation. Man, I got snitched on. Yeah, I got snitched on.
You
So
probably were being mean through jokes, and they
no,
didn't like it.
no, totally
Okay.
opposite.
Well, we want to incriminate yourself. So let's talk about you being a Bluebell truck driver and turning into a comedian. So you had a 9 to 5, and now you have a brand that has expanded to a podcast, a YouTube channel, the Bubba Dub Show. You have you're a stand-up comedian now, and you also have brand deals. How did you get here? I know there are a lot of people out here that are pursuing their dreams, even if they're not doing it on purpose. Like you were saying, I didn't pursue this dream on purpose. This was something that came naturally to you. So how did you transition from CDO driver, delivering everyone's favorite Bluebell ice cream, to now delivering everyone's favorite jokes?
First and foremost, God.
Okay.
I would say I started doing videos. I started doing skits. I started putting skits out, and I was going to do open mics same time. And it just, I say within 2 weeks of me making videos, I went viral.
Yeah.
It was pretty much over after that. Once I had that little taste in my mouth, I went viral. I'm rich. I'm dumb. Didn't know no better. Ain't no money come behind going viral. Not then. But that feeling it gives you that I got all these people watching me now. I have to be able to translate this into comedy clubs and then eventually stadiums and arenas. Like I think I have to be able to, because it's one thing to be funny for a minute or 2 minutes on this phone. That's cool. Then you be funny 30 minutes to an hour in front of audience that want to pay their hard earned money to see you. So you have to go to work. That's what I did. Boy, look out. Like,
Yeah.
ain't nothing like for the people who ain't never seen me do stand up, because they just see me on the internet. Oh, he's loud, woo doo doo. But when you come see me on stage,
Mhm.
you get a totally different perspective of me. And I love when people come up to me and be like, man, I thought you were gonna be trash, dog. You really good at this. Yes,
Right.
'cause I don't halfway do nothing. I'm
Right.
all in.
So, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You go ahead. I didn't mean
No,
to
I'm
cut you
done.
off.
I'm done. I was gonna
Oh,
think I
okay.
was all in. You fine.
So we're talking about you being a class clown, you performing for adults, and figuring out at a young age that this is what you wanted to do, and then you had that viral moment. I am assuming that it must have felt the same as controlling the school audience when you were being a class clown, but now there's like millions of people who know who you are. Did that bring back that same feeling that you had of being a class clown and making people laugh and realizing like I still got this?
Yeah, for real. It did, and it becomes addictive. So now, when you do a viral video, you're working so hard to try to do another one, and it
Mhm.
don't happen like that.
Right.
It gotta happen naturally.
Yeah.
So what started happening to me was every video I would try to be a little extra in or put a little bit more funny into,
Mhm.
never went viral no more. The
Mhm.
videos that I didn't like, and I just put them out, man, put this shit.
Yeah. So you learned your formula.
Yes.
You learned your formula. I saw recently that you were with Mike Epps. You are. We see you a lot with the Money Team, and as you said, you had that viral moment. You were a CDL driver. You have to translate being funny from being on a phone in front of an audience because it's different. When you're in front of a camera, you are being funny to yourself and hoping that the people watching it find it funny too. But even if someone finds you funny online, if you still don't get that human interaction and you still don't have the opportunity of experiencing a heckler or someone that might say, "Man, this is trash." Um, what does it feel like to have people like Mike Epps and other comedy legends basically give you a stamp of approval? Because when internet comedians first started becoming a thing, a lot of the legends weren't here for it. They weren't seeing you guys as real comedians, and they weren't necessarily being as respectful as some of the internet comedians would have wanted them to be or embrace them as much. But to see you being embraced, how does that feel to you?
Well, I always looked at it like it feels great, it feels phenomenal for someone like Mike Epps to stamp me and tell me I got it and keep it going. But back to the old saying you were saying, like a lot of the old comedians, like the new comedians, nobody old really never gonna accept the new. You remember the movie Deuce?
Mhm.
You remember Quincy was dating that girl and her old
Mhm.
boyfriend come over? Who is this new? You know, it's the
Yeah.
same way. It's the same way it is
Yeah.
then and it is now.
Right.
But just me putting my hard work in, people love me for who I am. Genuine. They
Mhm.
love me for my personality, the way I am. I don't like when I'm around Floyd Mayweather, I don't act no different if you come around. Oh, because I'm with Floyd, I'm gonna act different. No, I'm gonna be the same Bubba Dub that I am today, and I'm gonna be tomorrow if the good Lord let me live to see it. I
Right.
don't when I get around Floyd, I don't yes, 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 yes. I'm opposite.
Right.
And that's what he like about me. Like he'll tell you this. A lot of people be around here in Florida go 6, 7, 8 hours without eating. Everybody else hungry. They won't say nothing.
Mhm.
Not me. Hey, man, I'm finna get something to eat, man. I don't care about none of this. I'm finna get something to eat. He look at me like, you hungry? Yeah. Let's go. Let's go get something to eat. And they be like, dang, thank you, G. Thank you. Like, y'all grown men not saying that y'all hungry? Nah.
Right.
Nah, I don't live my life like that. I understand he's flawed. That's my big bro. I love him. And he's everything over here. But I'm somebody too outside over here too. So,
Exactly.
you just have to be yourself.
Yeah, and people in that situation, in those environments, and in that lifestyle, they appreciate finally having people around them that are real and being themselves. Because a lot of times, when you're in certain circles, it's not that you're doing it on purpose, but your life and your lifestyle changes so dramatically, and you are surrounded by so many people that are not the same type of reality that you grew up in or lived. And I think a lot of people fail to realize that people like Floyd and in his situation, they want to. It's been so long since they've been around real people because of who they are that they appreciate when they're finally around people that are real and just treat them like a normal person. So I know he appreciates that.
Funniest thing with him, we was going to the store, and he can't drive. By the way, never get in the car with Champ. Champ can't drive. We go to the
Wait, does
store.
he have a driver's license or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, he got a driver's
You
license.
just don't know how to drive.
He
Okay.
just can't drive off a flip for me. So I was like, man, let me drive. You chill. Nah, man, I'm gonna drive. I want to drive. He drive. We go to the store. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go in the store and get what you want. Nah, man, I want to go in and say, Champ, you can't go in the store, man. It's just me and you. Ain't got no security. I know you can fight. I can't, but I
Right.
ain't trying to. Man, he want to get out, and go in the store. We wasn't in the store 2 seconds, and there's 100 people out there. It
Of
was
course.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, bro, he's like, but you just don't know. I just want to be normal. You'll never be normal, champ. Like,
Yeah. That
I'm
has
very
to be a
strong, bro.
lonely feeling. I don't think people realize how lonely that has to feel. That you just can't. You want to drive yourself and get out and just hop out. Like, oh, there's a gas station to go in and get a pop. Like, no, you need security. You need clearance. You need all these people. I can't even imagine how that feels, and I don't know if I want to experience that to that level. You know? There's something to be wealthy and unknown.
Yeah, true, true.
So, excuse me, I don't know what's going on with my voice, but so now we're talking about you getting into who you are, your brand. You have these brand deals, and you stamped the word trash with two H's. So tell me about trash. Tell me how you came up with this concept of trash, and
I
tell
can,
everyone what it is so they can be prepared if they've never really experienced your comedy.
trash is just anything can be trash. It was just me trashing the sports players when they have a bad performance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people that we love the most.
Right.
LeBron James, he can come out here and have a bag, might shoot 8 for 25.
Mm-hmm.
Trash. Nobody was never saying that. I'm going to say that. I'm not saying he's a trash individual. I'm saying this game here, he's a trash, and I'm going to call him out on it. Because we don't hold people to higher standards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I do quarterback come out here, throw 3, 4 interceptions. Trash. Ain't that when they come to the podium after the game and talk about
Right.
trash? They need to know that so they can play better. Somebody
Every
in your
time you
life,
say trash, it just
somebody in
makes
your
me
yeah, somebody in your life not doing what they supposed to do.
right.
Boyfriend, husband, forgot to take out the trash. Trash.
Trash. Listen, every time you say trash, like with your head and your accent, it just makes me
Everything
think
is.
of
I told
it's
you,
a
I give
whole package of it that's
you can't
hilarious.
you can't buy this. People try to mimic it, you can't do it.
No.
It's just in me.
It makes me think of like a southern grandpa that just sit on the porch and just mad at all the kids for running through his yard and doing a bunch of young people stuff that he thinks is trash. And that's what I see every time you say it. It's just like
I
a
told you
little
I grew up around older people. So I have all the old people mannerism, all they old sayings,
yes.
how they move, how they talk, and what they do, and I have all that in me mixed with the new school. Like I have all that in me.
It's funny on video, but even though we're live and we're not in the room together, I can already see how that translates in person because I don't know, it's even funnier now, and I'm trying not to let my tears mess my face up. But I don't know, I didn't expect to be that funny, like seeing you do it live.
It's a true story. Like I think trash for me is by being honest.
Okay.
Being honest. So you and I both, anybody that's watching have family members when they
Yeah.
cooking, come try this, baby. Come try my food. And they give everybody taste test, and most people gonna be honest, like, it's okay. Oh, if it ain't okay, trash. And don't you cook it no more. So sometimes people can cook a great dish. They don't want to cook that dish. They want to cook something new that they ain't, no, don't do it and bring it to me. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's dookie. It's dookie.
I think you do this on purpose now because I'm laughing. You got
No, I'm not. I'm just telling you, that's what I do in my family. We do that.
trash.
Sometimes my anger high, Lord, she ain't washed her hands. She in here cooking. Trash. I wouldn't eat. I tell her I wouldn't give
Oh,
that
I
food to
can't
a
stand
dog.
that. I can't stand. I don't care if I'm in public. I hate seeing people in public walk out the door without washing their hands. Like, what are you doing?
I went to my white people friend house. I went to the house. They had the dog sitting at the table. Man, I ain't eating at no table with no dog, man. I love him, but I'm not. No.
Never, never. It's like the videos where I see people at their pets getting a refrigerator. It's like, what are you doing? No. But speaking, listen, I want to go back because you brought up LeBron. I saw the video where you were upset at him because when the Lakers came to Cleveland and played, you expected him to get out there and just be mean and ruthless. No, he was at home. He loves us. Do you understand?
But this is what you got to understand. Real talk about me.
Yes.
I know I can't fight. True
Right.
story.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to whoop my ass at home. Do you hear me?
Facts.
You're not going to whoop me in my house. I'm going to show you a new Bubba Dub at my house. Like at the stores and all everywhere, I might get beat up. But I'm losing at home, bro. I'm supposed to come to Cleveland and put on a show.
But then I get what you're saying, but I guess as Clevelanders and our relationship with him, we understood. We understood
That's the
why.
problem. That's the problem. That's the right reason why he is what he is to this day.
But when he comes home and he has on our jersey, it's different. It's different.
Don't matter what jersey I got
It
on.
won't
I
be
got a
trash.
job to do. I got a job to do, and I'm gonna do it.
Facts. I just had to bring that up. I had to bring that up because we did see that video. We was like, I don't know what he thought. we had to bring that up. Wait. But speaking of trash and all the trash segments you're giving that to us, I want to talk about the snitch report.
Okay.
When did you become a snitch, and how did you realize that this was lucrative for you to be?
Well, let's get this straight. You going somewhere different. I'm not a real snitch. Let's get that first and foremost out of there. Let's get that out of there now. It's a character that I created when I got snitched on.
Okay.
I told you, and I just translated over. I do it just the way a person did me.
Right.
They look like us, they dress like us, they talk like us, they hang out with us, but they go back and tell every single little thing you do. The dude even told them what color my draw was that day.
Wow.
Told them everything. So
wow.
I bring that to the comedy world, snitching.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes, we live in that world now, man. I ain't saying that. I don't respect it.
Right.
Just don't. I'm not going to go to jail for nobody.
Right.
I done the crime, I'll do the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing no time if I ain't done the crime.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of men in prison right now in jail because of something they didn't do. But they don't want to say nothing because it's a code.
Right.
I think it's a dumb code. It's a dumb
Absolutely.
code.
Absolutely.
And I can't fight. I'm not going to go in there and be around these killers. And you're not going to lock me in behind these bars with them. And tell me, figure it out. I'll be damned. I'm going to figure it out. Right before I even go in there, I'm going to figure it out.
Before I get in there.
I'm going to I tell them niggas your blood pressure and blood type. I'm not playing with you. Now, I'm going to tell it all. Tattoos, everything. What toe builder, the left or the right. I'm not going to do no time. Now, crazy. Going and do 20 and 30 years. I'd be darned. I ain't doing 20 hours.
I'm not even doing 20 seconds. You said, what you need? Give me the paper. Give me the pen. Man, you only do 20 seconds right in this report. That's what I'm doing.
And I will go in court and testify, too. Family, I don't care. Nah.
I hate that you had to get this character based on true life, but at least it's turning into something lucrative for you.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Because it's real. And I had so many people from prison reach out to me on Instagram. I didn't know that in prison they had cell phones. And I don't like that. I report them. Give me your ward name. You ain't supposed to have no cell phone.
They have full
TikTok
pages. Have you seen
yeah. I'm reporting them.
That should be in the snitch report when people reaching out to you.
Jail is punishment. You in there for a reason, big boy. You weren't worried about the outside world when you was out here. Now you all concerned about what's going on. I want you going to school. I want you reading Bible because you already lying to God talking about you're going to do so good when you come home. You're going to start worshiping God. Them Negroes come home and don't never go to church and start doing the thing that they were doing the first time they went in there. Them the ones, when I go down there and get selected for jury duty, guilty. I don't want to hear the case. I don't care. Guilty.
So wait, so would you say having cell phones in jail is trash?
Yes. They lost their privilege. They lost it.
Facts. Because I've seen full fashion shows online.
Yeah. Like all that talent.
Mm-hmm.
And don't do nothing with it when they out here.
True. So basically what you're saying is that if you're going to do the crime and you're doing the time and you're using these phones to do all these things, at least let it translate when you come home. If you're going to do it, at least translate it when you come home and make something better of yourself.
Absolutely.
I got you.
That's all I'm saying.
So you're snitching on them for a purpose. You want them to get back.
And I'm snitching on I can't probably say it on here, but I'm snitching on the men that's in jail now, got girlfriends. Then they come home, they all hard again. You wasn't hard in that.
You say, "Nah, buddy, keep being who you are."
Put something on your mind. When them guys go to jail, they be having haircuts like me. They come home, they have long hair and braids. Who doing their hair now? Put something on your mind. See, people don't want to talk about it. I talk about it on stage.
What's on your mind?
But you want to tell me I'm soft because I can't fight. Now, you soft one, big boy.
But when people say, "Oh, you're soft because you can't fight," like literally, how many people really
females? They tell me I'm soft. Tell me I'm supposed to protect them. Where your daddy is?
Oh wait, you're saying this is women telling you that you're soft?
Trying to get me tricked out my spot. You love me. You supposed to fight for me. Now call your father. Call your father. I'm not gonna do your father's job for you. I'm not gonna do it.
What if she's your wife?
You're heavenly. Get on your knees and pray.
So you're just not going to be a protector at all?
At my house, yeah. I'm protecting in my kids.
Not your wife. I'm not. No. She's your wife.
No.
So what is she going to do? She got to protect you?
Nope. I don't need no help. I got 911. I ain't worried about nothing. You let me get to my phone. I'll show you some 911.
So what are you going to do in the meantime while you're waiting
for 911 to arrive? I'm a child of God. I don't do none of that. Let's all work it out. Same way white folks do. They diffuse the situation. But when I see them police lights, I change.
You code switch. You get ready.
Every time. There ain't no time to apologize now. You're going to jail. I'm good at it, too. I'm good at diffusing the situation.
You said I'm good at diffusing and I'm great at dialing 911. I got you. I got you. That makes sense. And you know what that has done? That has allowed you to live a very long life.
Good life.
A good life.
If
anyone takes anything out of this, and that's like, a lot of the kids are just like, "Oh, that's unk status." It's like, you gotta earn unk status. You realize that? I don't think they realize you gotta earn unk status. You gotta earn unk status, and that's a privilege. It's a privilege to earn unk status and auntie status.
Thanks.
I take pride in earning auntie status, though. Could have died young, but why? Could have died super young, because we're not old, but you get what I'm saying.
No, not old. God can call us home anytime. But it's a blessing, it's a blessing to still be here, and I'm not going to be a fool while I'm here.
Exactly. Same.
I'm going to be obedient.
Same. I feel like it's a blessing I don't care if you were one day older. That is a blessing, because there are people that didn't make it today or the hour. So I really do feel like it's a blessing, because you get to continue to be who you're supposed to be. You get to live out your own calling. And as you're doing, you realize that being a comedian is naturally who you are and who you're supposed to be. And you're changing lives with comedy. So imagine if you wished death upon yourself by not wanting to become the age that you are today. Like, why would you want to wish that on yourself? Because you're being a blessing not only to your family, but you're also being a blessing to people that come across your comedy. Because as you said before, it can control people's emotions. You could have a bad day and you're like, "Hey, let me go see what Bubba Dub posted today." And that's a blessing to know that you can be able to evoke emotions in a positive way in people. Even if some of the things that you're saying might get them upset about their teams or their favorite player, but at the end of the day, it evoked an emotion that changed their day from whatever type of day they were having in that moment. So I just want to ask you this too about just who you are, who you've grown into as a man, who you've grown into as a business person. Going from a 9-to-5 and being in business is a lot of times what I like to do too, because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner. I do like to give people tips and encouragement on their journey. So anyone out there that might be in your position that is pursuing comedy, what are some things that you can tell them or say to them to encourage them while they're on their journey and they still might be driving that Bluebell ice cream truck?
Trust the soul. Every green ain't a friend. People come around you and hang around you for so long, and and don't even like you. I'm speaking from experience. Things you don't, things you wouldn't imagine it'll happen to you. So I say stay prayed up. Once you see signs in other people, take heed to those signs and move accordingly. Don't make the mistakes I made and seeing signs of a person being a snake, but still thinking I can control that snake and maneuver around that snake. No, once you see a snake, cut the grass, keep the grass cut. And just believe in you. Don't wait on nobody to do nothing for you. Do it yourself. And I always pride myself on doing it myself and just being honest with yourself. Do you really want this? Because it can happen. But when you get it, what you gonna do with it? A lot of people want to be successful and want to have money and all these things, and God will give it to you. But sometimes we don't be ready. I wasn't ready for it. Thought I was, but I wasn't ready for it. I kind of lost myself for a minute. Started getting big headed. Stopped being humble as I used to be. Not bragging, because that's not who I am, not what I was doing, but I feel cockiness in myself. And, I feel like, what I'm saying, God will thank you real quick, bring you back to reality. So I always just be mindful, thankful of the things that you do have as opposed to the things that you don't have. God gonna give you what you need, not what you want. But yeah, just stay true to yourself, man. Make sure you got the right team around you. I've been suffering through people like parts. Just people ain't fitting no more. And sometimes I was cry at night like, God, everybody a snake, everybody ain't this and that. And it's like, you told me to remove a bad one from you. What you crying about? Let me work. Stay out my way. You told me to do this. Now why you crying? Let me handle this.
Yeah.
And man, I'm getting out of his way. He's slowly sliding keep out my life that don't mean me no good. And now I can see clear now. I can feel good and I can smile now. And because my thing was, people were always that I thought my friend, they'll call me, I give them whatever they want, or I tell them what I got going on. And whatever I had going on never came to fruition.
Mhm.
So the devil was praying me down.
Mhm.
So now when people will call me, now, man, what you got going on? Reading books. That's it.
Yeah.
Reading books.
Mhm.
Never, the Bible says, gonna let your left hand know what your right hand doing. So I stopped letting people know what I was doing. Now
Yeah.
they in the dark. Now they don't know what I got going. They don't know what I'm thinking. They don't know my next move.
Mhm.
And I feel better. I do. I mean, I miss some of the old people, but I don't miss the stress, the pain, the entitlement
Yes.
people had to me.
Mhm.
But I didn't know how to say no.
Right.
Even when I didn't have it, I didn't know how to say no. I would do everything I could to try to please people, but you can't please man. You only
Right.
can please God. So anybody that's watching, whether you're trying to be a comedian or you're trying to be in the entertainment business, make sure your paperwork right first.
Mhm.
You do business with people, make sure your paperwork right. So people start out hipping you and it's all love and they don't really want nothing from you at first. But then you start going to Popeye chicken and then all of a sudden they see you eating Harold chicken. Oh, he eating Harold chicken now. He done forgot about us. I want Harold chicken too.
Mhm.
That's how they get you. Well, remember, I did this for you, and you didn't do nothing for me. You got this, and I ain't got that, and I gotta go to work, and you just doing. You're watching.
Mhm.
That was my problem. I had to
Mhm.
deal with it. The day I'm dealing with now. I get watching. Work about what I got. Well, I
Right.
worked hard for this. I prayed for these things. I took L's. Y'all don't know nothing about. Spent money, $30,000 and $50,000 trying to network here and there and woo the woo just to get to where I'm at today. Y'all don't see that part. Y'all just see me shining and grinding, but you didn't see what it took to get here to be away from my kids. Not be in
Amen.
church like I'm supposed to be in church. Because I'm
Mhm.
chasing a dream. I'm all
Mhm.
in now, so ain't no turning around, ain't no turning back. I'm invested.
Right.
But I'm not answering your phone call like you want me to, so now I changed.
Mhm.
You changed the way you look at me.
Right.
So stay friends. Just one thing I tell people, your friends ain't my friends. If you can get on your phone right now with your friend and talk about me, and then they gonna get on the phone with their friend and talk about me. But if you my friend, you gonna discuss me and your business to your other friend.
Right.
Because ain't no way I'm supposed to hear about something from a fifth party. No way.
Because you was never my friend, if that's the case.
Never my friend.
Never my friend. I have something called the Relatable Hustle. So, as I was telling you, you may not know, some people that are listening may not know, but I'm actually the owner of 216 B radio station. I also own a marketing and PR company, and I have something called the Relatable Hustle. And listening to you talk about your journey and your encouragement to those that are watching, whether they're comedians or not, is very, very relatable to me. And it's something that is a hard lesson that those of us that are on a trajectory of living out our own personal dreams and goals and being who God created us to be, it can be very challenging to find out that those that are close to you are people that you couldn't trust. And it's also sometimes it's very difficult to pray. Like you said, you prayed and said, God, show me who's supposed to be around me. Take away who's not supposed to be around me. And then it ends up being people that you least expected to be taken away from you. And that's a very challenging experience to have to live through. And I can totally relate to that. I can 100% relate to that. I've had a lot of big things happen for me in my career. I've interviewed a lot of amazing people. And the folks that I thought would be excited for me found reasons to be upset at me while I was on my journey, and I just couldn't understand in that moment. But now that I've lived through those experiences, I want to give people some encouragement as well, just listening to your story. Having lived through that experience, I don't know if you can relate to this. In the moment, it felt painful. As you were saying, the tears, I can relate to that. But once I've lived through it and I'm here now, I totally understand and I appreciate that experience. I now understand. I used to say, God, why is this happening to me? But now I understand that it was something that was happening for me. So whenever I'm going through any type of challenges or difficulties, I try my hardest not to say, why is this happening to me? I sit back and even if it's something that has made me cry or just feel really overwhelmed and stressed, I sit and I say, God, why is this happening for me? Because I know that there's a purpose behind this challenge that I'm facing right now, and there's a reason it's happening for me. And I may not understand why it's happening for me right now, but when I pass this test and I live through it, I will understand later on, and I trust you enough to understand that I just have to remain faithful and steadfast. And it sounds like that's the same thing that you did and that you're still doing, and that's why you were able to get on interviews like this one today and talk about overcoming and being relatable and talk about your success, because you've been through those trials and errors. Even if they were silent, you went through them. And it doesn't matter if other people didn't see you pay the 30, 40, 50 or all the things you went through alone. God saw it, and that's why you're being blessed today. And so that's something else, another lesson that I learned from myself too, was just like, the person that needed to see what I went through and understand that I passed the test the way I was supposed to is God, and that's all that matters. And then something else you talked about, not letting your left hand know what your right hand is doing. And I was that type of person. So whenever I would get blessings and someone would say, hey, Kareem, we want you to come and do this. We want you to come cover this show. We want you to, we want your company to work with this client. I would then go to my team and say, hey, we got this amazing opportunity. And then I would lose it. And then that kept happening. And I just started praying and just really, I think another thing we have to do is pray and wait for the answer. I think a lot of times we pray, especially in the Black community, we've been taught to be very religious and to really trust in God, but I don't think that we really have learned how to build a real relationship with God. Like, we're used to praying, and we pray, and then we're like, okay, I did it. And we pray as like a thing or emotion. But I don't think a lot of times we understand that you have to pray and then be still. Because the only way you can hear what the answer is to be still. So a lot of times they're like, God didn't hear me. He didn't answer my prayers. It's like, did you even give him a chance to give you the answer? Or did you just go through the motion and pray and got up? So for me, I started really learning how to pray and meditate the right way. And that was me being patient and understanding enough with God to allow him to show me the answer. So when I kept losing all these big things that were happening for me, I realized that what the reason that God stopped, it wasn't because he forgot about me, it wasn't that he didn't love me anymore. It's because he kept saying, I gave you so many things that you asked me for, and every time I gave them to you, you gave it away, so I thought you didn't want it. I thought you didn't want it. And when I stopped sharing my blessing with people and telling them, hey, let me tell you what happened for us, and just keeping it and understanding it was mine, then more just started coming to me. So I can relate to that as well. Just giving stuff away to people and not realizing that that's what I was doing. So I appreciate you for sharing that and, letting people understand how you really are a relatable comedian.
For sure.
So thank you for that. You were talking about opportunities that came your way, and as we're wrapping up, do you want to talk about the Shay Shay connection? Do you still have that connection with Shannon Sharp? So can we talk about that? Like, you went through all these things, and now, as we said in earlier in our interview, we talked about your podcast. We talked about your Bubba Dub show on YouTube that's doing very well. Your brand deals, and one of those is the Shay Shay connection. So tell us about that. That has to be a great thing for you right now.
I mean, it was a great thing. I'm no longer with them. We parted ways. But I'm gonna tell you about the origin of it. It's always great. I always say, only acceptance I ever needed was from God. But we're talking about here on Earth, being with Shay Shay Media, just being around him and chopping it up with him a couple of times and seeing how he was moving. And he's new in this space too, this podcast space too, and it was great. I would say it was great for, like, if a person wanted clout, it was good for that. There's nothing against him at all, but just from what I was trying to do, no, wasn't great at all. And it just has nothing to do with him. It's just the people around. They'll come in, they'll tell you one thing and steal your sauce. And it's just a business.
Yeah.
Certain things they were never doing, I was telling them what I wanted, and we don't know how to do this, and I was showing them how to do it, and then all of a sudden, they do it now. Heck, and sometimes, like, your voice not getting heard.
Yeah.
Because, of course, I'm not doing the numbers they are doing. And so sometimes things just doesn't work out, but it worked out for me and him both, because we were both able to part ways, and he got what he wanted. His team got, I keep saying him, but his team got what they wanted. My team, we got what we wanted. We are good. There's no bad blood. We still family. But my goal has always been to be independent. I was able to team up with them, partner with them to get some things, I would say, accomplished that I need to get accomplished. They helped me get those things accomplished. And once I got those things accomplished, I was going to automatically go independent route. It was my goal from the beginning. I had to go over here for a second to get some situated. Now I got to get situated. Now I got to get up out of here.
Right.
Because there's nothing like having your own. It's cool to do a couple business ventures and joint deals and this and that, but I had no leverage. I had to, you got to record tomorrow, you got to record tomorrow, you got to record tomorrow. But when I'm the man now, I'm the owner of my own. I go to work when I want to go to work.
Right. Right.
That's the beauty of this situation. But Shay, that's all love. It's always be love between me and Shannon. He's doing a phenomenal job with his company. And just like he's a household name, I'm building Bubba Dub to be the same thing as well. And but that was a great thing. I mean, finally, when it happened, being over up under them. But, just with anything, things don't go as you think they should go.
Yeah.
And that's just part of it.
I like your outlook on that, because you realize that in the moment it worked for what it needed to work for, and you left with a connection and someone in the industry that not too many people can say that they've even met. So that's the positive in that, is that you still have that network and that connection there, and now you have been able to take that in the trajectory that helped with your career and build upon it as an independent person. And I think that's a good lesson for those that are watching to understand as well. Like, sometimes being signed or certain contracts is just not for you in that moment. That doesn't mean that it's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just not for you in that moment, and that's okay. And that's okay. And now we get to see you on YouTube talk about how you're going to marry Oprah and how you're going to give Kris Jenner 10 minutes of your time after she takes her makeup off.
The best.
We get to hear you talk about the white cake that you're feeding to eat that Mayweather told you about.
You've been watching. I like that.
I have. Listen.
I want y'all to know the stuff that you're saying is all improv. I don't remember half of that crap I was saying, just all off the head.
The funniest, one of the other funny moments when you were talking about the City Trends outfits that used to make you itch real bad. Listen. When I tell you that you really do have relatable comedy, that is so relatable. I think I ordered a shirt from online and I tried it on just to see how it looked. Made me itch more than anything I've ever put on my back. I don't even know. I remember throwing the shirt in the corner. I have no idea where it is. And when I saw that video when you talked about your itchy City Trends clothes, I was on the floor because I understood exactly what you were talking about. I was like, see, that's why I'm picky about where I get my clothes from. But
for real.
I'm really excited about this. I got to get tickets for the 15th. Okay? So all of this, guys, that you're watching right now, I hope this has inspired you, encouraged you, and empowered you. But not just that, I really do hope that this changed your mind and you're going to buy tickets for the show this coming Sunday on the 15th. If you are a side chick, get your outfits together because you never know. You might be going to see Bubba Dub.
Anyway.
If you're the main chick,
surprise.
Get ready. You know, I'm just saying. Get ready.
A lot of men want their side chick to stay at home. No, come out anyway and surprise girl. Surprise girl.
Listen, put the outfit on. Go, send a drink to the table.
Flirt with me in front of him.
So this Sunday, Bubba Dub is going to be, this Sunday is February 15th, okay, guys? It's going to be at the Funny Bone. The show starts at 6:30 or the doors open at 6:30?
Doors open at 5:30, show starts at 6:30.
Okay. Do you want to give them any last words on what they can expect from the show this coming Sunday?
Just expect a crazy, funny show from start to the end, and be ready. Go ahead and pee before you come in. Get your food and drinks before I come on stage, and be ready because I leave everything on the stage. I bring it.
Yes.
Bring it.
From what I've been seeing on different videos, to me it seems like you bring high energy, raw, and relatable comedy. Is that the best description?
That's the best description I can get to you. But now, I always give a message in my comedy now, and I'm always gonna give you the word of God.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, that's all. It's all included now.
I love that. And I also love that you took time out of your day to sit down with me virtually to do this interview, and I'm really, really excited for everyone to see you this Sunday. Thank you so much for even considering coming to Cleveland, even though LeBron is not here. But we're putting
something else that's there, though.
Huh? What's there? Me?
You and that corned beef sandwich.
Yes. We do. You got to get corned beef. You got to get a Polish boy our way with the fries. And if they ask you how you want your sauce, you either tell me what's the sauce on the fries, you want your sauce on the side.
Okay.
It's a Cleveland thing.
I got you.
So make sure if they ask you how you want your sauce, you tell them on the fries or on the side.
I got you.
All right? But thank you so much. But I'm putting it out there, and Cleveland's putting it out there. LeBron may not be here now, but there's always next year. He's coming back. We feel like he's coming back.
I believe that too.
He's coming back. But thank you so much for being on the throne with me right here on 216 The Beat. I'm Cream, a.k.a. Ms. Cream of the Crop. Thank you to everyone that tuned in and watched. This is Bubba Dub. Make sure you support him as well.
See you later.